As spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Silphid, we have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the red Protoss representing Protoss Pro. It is Classic. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the blue Protoss player. We have the Brutal Protoss representing open land of Taiwan. It is StarAtt. Let's go. Let us go. As we settle into our fresh best of 5. Meanwhile, a big shout out to Yommers in the chat. God, papi, God. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for subscribing to Twitch Prime for 6 months, half a year of support. Gracias, papi, gracias. Hope you enjoyed the content, the StarCraft, the casting, papi. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Do appreciate it. Do you think that'll happen since Hyper got a new job? Oh, I mean, I can always dream, papi. I can always not saying it's a bad map. I should emphasize that as well. Like, I'm a fan of Silphid, don't get me wrong. But I will say I feel like it's overstated. It's becoming like the new Overgrowth, right? It's where Overgrowth was around for like 2 years or something, like for an obscene amount of time. I feel like Silphid again has been in the map pool since, I want to say, the beginning, or almost the beginning. It's been a while. I feel like if we're not able to make any new Evo maps, I would hope to rotate them, I suppose. Like, there are a decent chunk of Evo maps made. Maybe some of them aren't the most balanced, to be fair. I'm referring to, you know, Troy. I'm referring to Monty Hall. I'm referring to, oh my god, what are the names of the old Broodor maps? Python, that's it. Actually. I was trying to remember, but there are a lot of like SEVO maps that have been made. Obviously, again, some of the maps are maybe less than ideal, but having at least rotating between them every season or so would be nice. I say that I guess Karis Passage is one of the newer maps, but yeah, would be nice to have some kind of rotation between them if we're not adding new maps. Did Match Point ever get played? Because that's ported. I don't think we've ever had a series on Match Point. It's possible that maybe it was a part of a map pool at one point or another, but just never made it through the veto process. But I have never cast on Match Point. Yo, hashtag bring back Monty Hall. That'd be true. That's it. Ah. I keep hearing you saying bring back. I want to say it's not Neo Planet S. What's it called? The island map. It's not Neo Violet Square. You know what it is. Bring back the island map. Neo Eyes of Siren. There you go. Bring back Neo Eyes of Siren, baby. True. Bring it back. Let him play, baby. Let him play. So now we're going to be entering our PvP. Classic does shade in towards the mineral line, so far getting 1 probe kill. Behind this, we have a 4-gate setup here out of StarAtt. Yeah, sorry, I say 4-gate, sorry, 5-gate setup even. Getting to a heavy Dragoon count. Back at home, Classic taking up into his own Twilight Council. Now, typically when it comes to PvP, it's a mirror matchup in name only, because Dragoons are so prevalent from one side of the aisle. Typically, we do see a lot of Robo heavy and Immortal heavy play from the other, but we'll see if that trend continues as we do catch out one of the Dragoons. Not bad. Gets one. Does catch a Dragoon, and it's canceling the 5th gateway. It does cancel, but oh, the wall thankfully does close up in time. Yeah, Star actually does close up the wall. My apologies, will fix up the player names. We'll fix it up. This Classic just contains StarAtt. Behind this, we do have the Robo on the way, as we mentioned previously, Blink as well. And we should be working towards a Blink Stalker Immortal heavy composition. Should be the go-to for Classic. Meanwhile, StarAtt's likewise taking up as well, going for the Robo facility. Going for the Robo. I'd imagine into Bay, into Reavers. But we'll see. As it feels like PvP hasn't changed too much here. As the upside do shade in, they manage to get it. No! Shades into the middle line. Probe's going to be going down. Getting 1, 2, 3, getting up to 4 probe kills. Ay. Did I say 4? Getting up to 6 as we have more adepts in the main. 6, 7, 8, 9 probes. Getting up to almost 10. Oh my god, 10 probes go down. Critical damage early on. This is too much. This is far too much here. 11 probes falling. And back at home, I assumed it was going to be immortal, but no, we're going for the bait. We're going straight for disruptors. Okay. Classic cutting corners, being a little bit greedy here. He's being greedy. StarAtt, his hand is being forced. He's rushing across the map. He's down to 28 workers. Again, barely an economy. StarAtt, he has to commit. Again, trying to commit in. Boys are being pulled to help tank. Dragoons, they do trade well against Stalkers initially here, but Blink is almost done. Blink is almost complete. Once again, boys are tanking. We can afford to lose some probes. Catching on one of the Dragoons. Disruptors on the way. And remember, Dragoons, they can't blink. They cannot blink away, but they are gaining ground. They have more Stalkers falling. We have to buy a little bit more time. And likewise, Classic cannot waste his shots. He cannot waste it. Speaking of, Nova mainly... catching up too, okay. Does catch out a couple of Dragoons. Batteries now done. Stalkers out of range. Uh-oh. Yeah, they're out of range of the batteries. And the Disruptor is going to be focused down. But there we go, does kite back to the surround. He gets fully surrounded. The boys are being pulled. And with that, there's no escaping this. Every Dragoon will fall. There's no kiting potential. And he's going to be chased down, losing every Dragoon. StarAtt, he got baited. He got baited in. He got surrounded. May have killed the Disruptor, but it was not worth it. It was not worth it. StarAtt, he will lose everything. And behind this StarAtt, he was all in. He had no economy. He had no third base behind this either. He's trying to rebuild, now taking up. Yeah, the Bay is on the way for StarAtt. But he has lost his momentum. And Classic kind of freely expand. Third base. Third base now on the way. Disruptors are building up. It's getting to his own disruptor count. Now, there is a world where StarAtt can try to stabilize by getting to Reaver Tech and achieving damage with that. I mean, I can see Shadow drop into the mineral line and going for economic damage, or even just trading well against Stalkers. We'll see. My assumption is Reaver, but we'll keep an eye on StarAtt to see how he does spend his resources. So we're taking up into the Citadel of Atune. Okay. We're spending a lot of resources here on tech. We went facility into Bay, into Citadel, into Forge, into upgrades, I would imagine. We can't really afford everything though. Yeah, it can't all be afforded. We don't have the money for this. For everything at once, I mean. As the Reaver is now on the way. Delayed, but is now in production. The game is slowing down. We're slowing things down, claiming our third. Classic fighting for map control. We'll catch a Stalker. Oh, blinks in. Yeah, gets one, gets two, never goes off. Catching out 2 more Dragoons. 3 more Dragoons even. I said catching a Stalker, but I said catching a Dragoon. They're all the same. Classic does bank in, catching another Dragoon. Another one gets caught. Would you bleed out a good amount of Stalkers? We just back off. We back off. We build up more of our disruptors. Just reinforce and keep out trading. All these Protoss look the same to me. Look, they got 4 legs. No, they're made of metal. Same thing, Pappy, same thing. Kappa. I see, unfortunately, just because of the inshore opener, because of the limited economy, StarAtt doesn't really have much mobility here with his Reavers. First shot goes off. Up, ooh, does connect. Oh gosh, put the Novus. The Novus, they make up for that. GG gets called, and with that, Classic takes game number 1. GG. Whew. GG, well played. With that, Classic does take a lead in the series. Again, just a very rough start for StarAtt. Winding all the way back here, it all came down to the Adept harass. The Adepts, they killed so many probes at the start of the game. 11 probes went down. With that forced StarAtt to commit, that forced him into essentially a 2-base all-in. That's why the third was so late, because it was all or nothing there for StarAtt, and in the end, the all-in failed. The all-in did fail. With that, it all just snowballed out of control. It did eventually try to expand and build up into the mid-game, taking up into Reavers, but again, was playing from behind. GG. GG, well played. With that, Classic takes the lead, and now we're jumping to game number 2. Let's go. Loading into Ruby Rock. We're going to be jumping to game 2, going to be loading into a much smaller map in the map pool. Shorter rush distance by ground. Aggression here is favored, and we'll see how aggressive we plan on being. As spawning in the top left-hand corner of Ruby Rock, we have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the red Protoss, the Brood War Protoss. It is Classic. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner, we have the Taiwanese Protoss player, the SC2 Protoss. It is StarAtt. Let's go. Let us go. So we are going to be opening up. And we'll see how StarAtt is going to be adjusting here and how he'll approach the game now that he is in the SC2 seat. Oh boy. Likewise, Classic as well. I feel like, again, in the past, we did see more commitment into earlier Reaver production. At least that was the case in the past. I do know that changes have been made, and there have been alterations to the meta as well. I'm curious how that has impacted PvP. Show us what you got. Este Classic. As Classic does set up a proxy in the center. Okay, let's go. 2 gates back at home. And do we go for the robo in the middle here? Curious. Do we just go for the robo or just a 3rd gateway and reinforce? Cybercore is almost done. Show us what you got. Yeah, let's go. So, you know what? This might not be base game SC2, but that will not stop Classic from going Proxy Robo. Proxy Robo, 1 base all in. Classic is known for this in regular SC2, and now embracing this here in SC Evo as well. This is going to take a little bit longer to get going, though, of course. I would imagine that we're going to be going Robo into Bay, into Proxy Reaver, I would imagine. I guess we could just go Shuttle and just use that to micro units here, but I feel like if that was the case, we'd be getting a faster 3rd gateway. We'll see. Started scouting a start. He will eventually confirm. Does scout the top side. Behind this, going for a robo opener himself. Blindly. I mean, I say blindly. He's aware that tech is missing here. Did probe scout. And does confirm. There we go. Does confirm. There's a shuttle on the way. We have the Bay back at home. StarAtt throws in his own pylon. StarAtt will be camping with the initial proxy. Okay. Does camp. A Classic coming in from the tall Grasso. He does move in. And he will catch one of the Stalkers. Nice pickup. Yeah, nice pickup to Classic. Now he can micro. He can control. Does tank a couple of shots and the shuttle gets very low. For now he does that trade. Oh, can he save the Dragoon? Oh my god. Barely tries to. Meanwhile, the pylon is now done and StarAtt throws down 2 batteries. Yeah, he throws down 2 batteries. He will eventually maintain his position here. 1 Dragoon goes down. There's 1 left. Now getting back into 2. And again, the batteries are halfway done. Almost complete. Oh, StarAtt, he needs a little bit more time here, but alas, the stalkers are going down. There's 1 stalker left in the batteries. They do nothing. No. Yeah, they do nothing. It's too late. The Reaver has arrived. Oof. Master shot going off. And catching at every single stalker here. And in the end, the battery and the pylon, they were not worth it. Mortal comes in from behind. Classic supply blocked. Just now breaking 3. Throwing down 2 more pylons. We do have immortals on the high ground. Shot goes off. Does connect. Oh. Yeah, but again, shields are triggered. Oh, catching out the stalkers. Again, better shots out of Classic. Another one connects. And with that Classic, he will clean up. Yeah, he will clean this up here. Massive Reaver shots going off. The Scarabs, they connected with that Classic. He overwhelms. He overwhelms the army, takes down both Immortals. He can just keep on pushing. And StarAtt, he is in trouble. Behind the StarAtt, he has 0 Immortals left. He has a War Prism. He can micro his units, but he's down to 1 Stalker. Down to 1. And we are wasting Scarab shots at least. True. Wasting some shots. But the Dragoons, they still just bully back the Stalkers. They get bullied back. Reavers, they're waddling in. They're crawling. They're coming. Slowly pushing forward. Oh. Shots going over the Immortal. Can we pick up in time? Oh. It does do so. Barely does pull away. Now getting up to 3 Reavers. Shot goes off. Oh my god. Shuttle is so low. Yeah, the shuttle is low. Nice control here by StarAtt. Saves the Immortal. Oh, the Prism gets turned away. Prism goes down. Massive pickup. And now we're stuck. We're trapped here on the ground. Oof. As I think that was a missed shot, by the way. I was like, was that were those the shields being triggered? No, did miss a shot. The RNG, baby. Oh my god. StarAtt, he's barely holding on. Shout out to the high ground advantage. For those that are curious, remember, there was a 44% chance to miss. It's like just under 50% when attacking up a ramp. StarAtt barely surviving. So Classic has to rebuild that shuttle. Likewise, StarAtt rebuilding his Immortal. Batteries on the way. Economies are neck and neck. We do now have 2 Reavers. Yeah, additional Reavers and the shuttle. Classic just might just have too much. They're going for the Immortal. Oh my god. Massive connections. Oh my god. The Immortal goes down. GG gets called. And with that, we overwhelm. And Classic, he will take game number 2, taking a 2-0 lead in the series. GG. Whew. GG, well played. Does take it to a lead, bearing in mind, of course, that we do have a best of 5 ahead of us here. Best of 5, not a best of 3, so we do have at least 1 more game ahead of us. We'll see if StarAtt can bring us back. Can he bring us back here? It's going to be StarAtt's map of choice. Sorry, it's going to be his race of choice. Does he commit to SC2 or switch back to Brood War? Let's go. Let's jump into Vermeer. Spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Vermeer, we have the South Korean Protoss player. We have the SC2 Protoss, the red Protoss. It is classic. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the purple Protoss player, the Brood War Protoss. Okay, so he's chosen to commit to Brood War. It is a StarAtt. Okay, Pappy, okay. As we do load into cross spawns. Cross spawns, so diagonal spawn locations, very long rush distance by ground. It does often lead into longer games, but I will admit, of course, that in PvP, anything can and will happen. I mentioned earlier that Classic in regular base, like live version of the game PvP, he's very fond of just proxies and one base all-ins. I would not put it past him to go for a proxy robo here as well. For now, scouting, looking for his opponent. Now, Classic does confirm that StarAtt has spawned in top left. He is fully aware. This map is large, plenty of bases, plenty of areas to proxy. So far, I believe he just rallied into scouts. Yep, he just rallied to scouts, right to confirm. No setup yet. And this does look more and more like an economic opener. Yep, there we go. I did notice here only one gas. Only one gas taken, so it's going to be a gate expand before the Cybercore. Hyper greed at a Classic. But that's what we expect on these larger maps. That's what we expect. Hola, bienvenidos. León. Bienvenidos. From here, Classic gets a full scouts. Guess has the gases, the tech of choice. Is where this is a much more standard opener out of StarAtt, much more standard. And we'll see if Classic can get eyes on the tech of choice as well, whether we open Stargate or Robo. And we have the answer both players who go Robo. Robotics facility here for StarAtt, likewise for Classic as well. And we're expecting Reaver play, right? We're expecting Reavers here from our Brood War Protoss player. Classic, likewise, we're expecting either Prism first or just take the Observers into Immortal production. A much more defensive start. This can eventually lead into a 2-base all-in with Glaive Adepts, so we'll keep an eye on Classic to see if he does commit or just expand, get a 3rd base and build up into the mid-game. Oh. StarAtt opening up the Observatory, getting vision. Does scout his opponent's location. So observers are on the way. For those that are curious, you do require an extra tech building to actually unlock Observer production. Need that Observatory. And, oh, Classic going straight for the Bay. Okay, once again, we're just skipping Immortals entirely, just like in Game 1, going straight for Disruptors. Again, Disruptors, they're seen in regular PvP as well, but they have so much more strength here in this matchup. Why is that? Well, Dragoons are less mobile. Dragoons, they're clunky units, they're big, they're a little bit more immobile. They don't have, the versatility that Blink provides. Yes, we have shuttles to somewhat micro, but even the shuttle has a shorter pickup range compared to the Warp Prism. So Disruptors, they can dominate. They can and they will. Disruptors are amassing. When it comes to regular PvP, how would you counter them? Would you get into, well, you would get into your own Disruptors or go into Phoenixes. When it comes to the Brood War side of things, I don't know if there's any real good answer to Disruptor here. I mean, obviously Reavers, they can hold their own, for sure. Yeah, I'm trying to think. it is just hard to contest against this. Again, unless something's slipping in my mind, I don't think there's a way to crowd control against the disruptor. So let's go. From here we load up. Classic breaking out. From here we can expand. This is going for his drop. Let's go. Going for his disruptor drop. Does find the Dragoons. Gets one, gets two. Picks up the disruptors, pulls away. So nice trade so far here by Classic, distracting the main army. And it is going to be Stargate. Okay. I mean, this is a way to at least shut down the War Prism. True. Oh, his nerves are going up, catching out 2 more Dragoons. Again, just straight value here at a Classic. Ooh, the Prism is going to go down though. He gets caught out. Yeah, a bit of miscontrol here, bit of mismovements. Gets caught. A nice catch here from StarAtt. Very nice. Even without the Stargate, does take down the Prism. Again, that was on Classic. Behind this though, he's still on 2 disruptors. Catching out some of the Dragoons. Missing a shot. Oof. I know, but they do not miss. And these are some expensive losses here for StarAtt. Bleeding out more Stalkers. Classic double expanding, getting a 3rd and a 4th base. Meanwhile, that Stargate we're taking up. We're taking up into what's carrier production. A fleet beacon is on the way. Is it too greedy to go straight for carrier like this? Like, I mean, it is cross spawn, I suppose. There's a higher chance that maybe Classic leaves you alone, but the reality is that once Classic gains map control, he's pushing. Like, he's not a passive player. Oh boy. So we're throwing down 2 more Stargates. That's gonna be what, triple Stargate production. Classic still sharking around, getting a 2nd robo. Again, currently not aware of said Sky Toss. There's no sentry. Sorry, there is a sentry, but no hallucination scout yet. So Jerry gets in. Perks in. Fleet beacon is done. Carrier production has begun. Messing up our carriers. Oh. As the Prism does sit by. You're making scouts? Okay. I mean, again, I guess that'll be okay against the War Prism, I suppose. Getting the scouts, hunt it down. And yeah, Classic has yet to really apply pressure to the 4th expansion. Not yet. And he's still in the dark, still unaware of the Sky Toss. The carrier capacity upgrade on the way as well. So last more interceptors. Here comes Classic, wedging himself in between the bases. Ooh, StarAtt's out of position. Here come the Novas. Yeah, first Nova goes off, 2nd Nova as well. Ooh, do connect. And we have 3 more. We have 3 more where that came from. Another Nova connects and another, and we have 1 more. Ooh, we have massive connections. A handful of Dragoons left, and with that, Classic is here to kill. He's just here to kill, here to end the game. Carriers, they do not matter. There's not enough of them. And GG gets called. GG gets called. A decisive move here by Classic as he does claim the series 3-0. GG. GG, well played. Against StarAtt, he was being greedy. He was rushing into Skytos, going into triple carrier production. He needed time. He needed the class to just back off and give him time. Unfortunately, we saw that StarAtt, he didn't really have much map vision or map awareness or map control, so he didn't see Classic's army movements coming towards a natural. If he would have been in position that there's a chance that maybe he just buys time. He buys time for the carriers to arrive. They'd be behind the army. They'd be a little bit safer, and then we can slowly build up to like 2, 3, 4 carriers and maybe make a game out of it. But unfortunately, he was not aware as the army rotation, and he was out of position. He was caught trying to push into his own natural. GG. Into disruptors as well. GG, well played. With that, congratulations, Classic. He will claim the series, and with that, we have our first finalist. Classic does advance. He does advance onto the grand finals. Meanwhile, we are getting ready for our next matchup here. It's going to be a best of 5 semifinals between Shin and Beyond. Oh boy. For now, though, we're going to be going on a short break. When we come back, we'll have the second semifinals and then the grand finals thereafter. We'll see you soon after the break. See you soon. Bye. See you soon.